Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn or Evelyn RT. If you are new here, then welcome, and if not, then welcome back. So I'm here with my two best friends. This is Olalis. This is Olalis and this is Estenia. So we are here to bring you guys a little story time about how pretty much they found out I was at the hospital. If you don't know why I was at the hospital, I'll leave the link down below to my video so you guys can go find out. So during that time, I wouldn't really hang out with them, huh? I wouldn't really hang out with you guys.
Well, you would, but then
you would leave us later.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would still hang out with them, but not as much as I
used to
normally
because she was friends with other people.
Oh god.
So that's why she didn't hang out with them.
So anyway, so yeah, I guess that night that everything happened, they were all together, so I brought them here so they can do a little story time. And we're also gonna be eating McDonald's and Dutch Bros with some spices with cheese and bacon. If you guys don't know, that's the moves. So yeah, let's start.
Can you throw me a buffalo? Damn, you're fucking rude.
She said throw.
I didn't actually mean it. Bitch.
Wait, did you pause it?
Yeah, I got up and I popped it.
Hey Siri, pass the camera. So the night that the crash happened, I had gone out of work late, so me and my friends were hanging out. It was like 10, around 10:30. We were like outside of my house just chilling, and then yeah, we were just chilling, and then I went inside my house, and yeah, like I put on my pajamas. That's weird.
Hold on.
Pajamas. I was in my PJs.
And this story, like, I've heard some parts, but obviously there's still some parts that I don't know. And they also have like stories of when I was at the hospital, which I don't remember a lot of the time I was there because I was pretty like drugged up. Yeah, drugged out with medications, like really strong medications. So if I ask questions about it, then that's why.
So yeah, so they left, and then I got inside my house, like I was gonna go to bed already, and then I was on my phone, like on Facebook, and I saw a bunch of like statuses on Facebook about Evelyn crashing, like Evelyn and the other person, and I hope they're okay, prayers, and I was like, yeah, and they literally had like 5 minutes, like apenitas los habían puesto, like, but everyone was putting that, and I was like, what the fuck, like what are they talking about? So then I took a screenshot and then I sent it to our group chat that we have with our friends, and I was like, what the fuck, like what are they talking about? And then everyone was like, I know, I just saw that, like I don't know, people thought they were lying, and
But it was
like
for clout.
Yeah, that it was like a joke or something, and I was like, I don't know if it's true or not.
So after we got the screenshot from her, I texted that girl that posted it, and I called her and I asked her like what was going on, and she had told me that Evelyn and another guy crashed, and then she sent me the location where they crashed at. And then I asked her, I was like, oh, like was it their trucks or whose truck was it? And then she was saying that it was the white one that he had.
Another truck.
Just the other truck. Yeah,
that
wasn't her.
And then she was like crying, I guess, and then she was just telling me that Evelyn was yelling in the background, like that she needed help and because she couldn't feel her legs. And I asked her which hospital they were at, and at that moment she still didn't know which hospital they were both at. And then so
you told the group chat.
Yeah, so we hung up, we left it like that. Me and that girl somewhat kept in contact that night, and then I told the group chat what like me and that girl talked about, and then we found out what hospital she was at.
Yeah, and then after she like told the group chat like that she had talked to the girl, whatever, I was calling Evelyn like through FaceTime, through phone, through Messenger, through everything. Even through Snapchat I tried, and it would like the phone was dead, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I was like, okay, then yeah, like something's wrong or whatever. But at that time I already knew like she had sent, like she had told us about the phone call and stuff. So then since my friend had like my friends that I was with had left like literally 10 minutes ago, like yeah,
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
They were barely going home.
Yeah, they were barely on their way home.
So
and
it was still somewhat close.
Yeah, and one of my friends lives like 4 blocks away from me, so he was really close. And then the other one was like barely gonna get on the highway.
And then I live like so far
Africa.
On the other side of fucking. So this is like Denver, and she lives like over here.
Yeah, I live really far.
And then so I'm like, what the fuck? So I called my friends that I was with, and I was like, dude, like come back, like let's go to the hospital or whatever. Like let's see what's going on. So they came back, and then that's when I called the girl too. And then I think that's when she knew what hospital. By that time, she knew what hospital they were at.
She told me, she ended up telling me, she texted me, she told me what hospital they were at, and that's when the guys went to go pick you up.
And that's when they went, yeah, they went to pick me up, and then
I couldn't even drive.
I was in PJs, and I was like, fuck, like, I don't even care. I just put on, like, I pulled out some jeans, and then, like, whatever shirt, and I fucking dipped in sandals. I didn't even care. Yeah, I just left, and then we left with the guys, and then we didn't know if Evelyn's mom knew or not, and I didn't have her number. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, let's just go to her house, because she lives like she lives close to me, like what, 10 minutes?
Like 10,
yeah, 10 minutes away from me. So I told the guys, I was like, let's just go to her house and check if her mom is there. If not, so we can take her with us. So then we get to her house, and we were like knocking and shit, but her mom, like, we saw the car wasn't here, and I was like, okay, like they probably already know, and they're like probably already over there. And then yeah, but like it was kind of scary, because, well, it was pretty scary, because we didn't know like if it was like a big crash, if it wasn't her truck, or at
we
first
didn't know anything.
Yeah, and it was like we didn't know if it was in like a like, you know, like a minor crash or anything. Like we didn't know anything, so it was like scary. So obviously we were crying, because I was like fucking, like, I was scared, and I was like, oh my god, like thinking the worst. And then yeah, we drove to the hospital, and the hospital's pretty far. It's like what, 30 minutes?
From my house, it's like 20-25 minutes with no traffic. Yeah,
Mine was like, my drive there was like 30 minutes, huh? Because I got there way later after you guys.
Yeah,
I couldn't even drive. I had to have one of the guys pick me up, because I was like really shaky, and like, because it sounded so bad, and like my mom didn't let me drive either, and one of the guys came and picked me up. It was like already 2 in the morning, huh?
No,
it was like 1:30.
It was like, yeah, like 12 when you got there, like 12.
Because the accident happened like around 10:30, 11 the most.
And when all this was happening, it was like probably like 11. So then we walked. I was running. I never run. And I was running.
I never run.
I was running to ER, and then, well, me and my friends, and then we get there, and then I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck. And we saw a lot of other like people, how do I say
that? We didn't even know.
We saw other tacuaches there, and we were like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're like here for them.
And like no one really knew what was going on for like the first couple of hours.
And we were like, oh yeah,
I didn't have my phone. It was literally like broken, like you could twist it and everything. It was bad. I was still like conscious, and then I would be unconscious, conscious, and then I'd be unconscious, and then they would take me to x-rays. I didn't even know my parents were there half of the time. And then yeah, when I asked at the ER, they were like, we can't give you information, and we can't let you in unless you're her family, like, or whatever. Because I guess at first they were saying that my family wasn't letting anyone in.
Yeah, they were like, her family doesn't want anyone, like, they don't want anyone in, and all this.
And that wasn't true, by the way.
And I was like, fuck, well, like, I want to know. We were doing like the most to get her mom's number, and then at the end, I think we'd been there for like an hour, and then 2 of the other person's friends came down, like from the elevator, and they were, I guess they were there, and then they were like, oh yeah, we saw them, like, they were like, are you guys here for Evelyn? And I was like, oh yeah, she's my friend or whatever. And then they were like, oh my god, like, but at this time we still didn't know anything. They were like, oh my god, yeah, I guess it was really bad. They like flipped over and like all this shit, and I'm just like, dude, why the fuck, like, why are you telling me that? Like, they made it even worse. I was like, oh my god. And then I started crying again, and then the guys were just looking at me like,
and she cries for everything.
Shut up. And I was like, oh my god. So then after that, her mom came down, remember? Oh well, no, you don't remember, but you weren't there yet. It was before we were on FaceTime, and her mom came down, and she saw us in like in the, because they didn't even let us go in the little waiting area. Like, we were like on the hallway, then ER. And we were there, and then her mom came down, and I saw her, and I was like, oh, and then ya me dijo, like, chocó bien feo, like, está mala de la espalda, los pies, like, all this shit, and I was like, oh my god. So then, yeah, we start crying again. And then, ya me dijo, she was like, pues entren para acá. But then, she was telling us, like, to go in, but the doctors, they were the ones that were like, that
they wouldn't let anyone in. Just,
yeah. We were like, okay, whatever. So then, her mom she goes back upstairs, like, to her room, like, no. You were in the ER todavía?
Yeah, I was still in, I think that whole night I was in the ER.
Well, yeah, she went back, like, with her in her room. And then, she was like, ahorita que les llame de mi teléfono. Because I think she told me by the phone too, how I was like all broken and shit. And I was like, okay, so then ya después, we were still there. That was like 2 hours later probably. At this time, it was probably like 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know, it was really late. And then, but we were all there. And then that's when her mom got to the room, and then yeah, she called me. Well, she called me, and then yeah, we were all on FaceTime. And then I was like, dude, are you good? But at that time, did you have bruises already?
Yeah, her whole eye right here was
I think just her eye, but remember how she got more bruises throughout the time? She just had like a purple eye. And
I think my forehead was like swollen, my forehead.
Purple eye.
And I still had blood, or I don't know if they
you had blood and dirt on your face, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. The brace neck too.
I freaking hated that. It was so
and then
uncomfortable.
We were like, dude, well, what the fuck happened? She's like, I don't know, but como she said she was drugged out, so she didn't really
I didn't know what was going on.
She didn't know, like, yeah, what she was saying and stuff, and she's like, I'm mad, I broke a nail. And then I was like, dude. And then I was like, damn, you still have your eyelashes and she still had her eyelashes.
My makeup was popping.
And her eyeshadow. And I was like, damn, you still have your makeup? And she's like, yeah, dude, look. And she's all showing me. But I don't, like, obviously she wasn't feeling like anything. So then, yeah, after, that's when you got there, right?
Well, I got there like when you guys were about to hang up.
Like, yeah. But we were all like,
but yeah, like after her mom said that we couldn't see her or anything, we're like, so what's the, like, why stay, you know, like we couldn't even see her. So
and then went to go eat.
We went to go eat at IHOP.
So yeah, it was like 3:30, like 4, I don't know, but we were in there like at 4 in the morning. And it was me and like all our friends. And we were like, we couldn't believe it happened because we were like so shook. But that was like after they told us like come back tomorrow because today you're not gonna be able to see her.
Bro, we literally got home for like an hour. And then after that,
no,
like,
2 hours.
Okay, hold on before you get to the part. So then I feel like when they were eating, that's when I was finally like realizing what was actually going on, because they had to hang my legs up. Well, one of my legs, they had to hang it up.
Fibros?
Yeah.
So you should have pictures.
If I find pictures or videos, yeah, we'll add them on here. So I think that's when I was first like starting to realize what was going on, because I remember they made everyone leave the room. Like it was just literally me, like, and a bunch of people, like nurses, doctors, and everything. Like literally, like it seemed like they were like tornillando stuff onto my.
They had a feel on your leg.
Yeah, like I had feels
like
on my leg.
This was your leg, and
I have a video.
You could see the fierro through this side and come out through the other side.
Well, I was awake through all of that. I still don't remember clearly, but I was awake. But they probably like just they put my whole leg to sleep. But yeah, while they were over there eating,
well, we couldn't see you. And then yeah, like when we were eating, we were like shook. Like we were still shook, huh? Like it hadn't, like it hit us, but it wasn't like holy shit, like it had hit us. That was until, and then yeah, the next day we were like, okay, well, what time are we gonna meet up, right?
We met up like at
8,
9. No. At your house, 9?
Yeah.
Because I had to go do something in the morning.
Oh, and then
I was like, I'll go after.
Yeah,
like,
we all met up at my house at 9 in the morning. And then from there we went to
the hospital. Oh, we went to
Safeway. We went to Safeway to get her flowers.
I'm still so mad about the flowers.
So we took her flowers. Everyone bought like a vase, huh? And then they didn't let us take it in. Okay, so the next day, yeah, we could see her porque ya le habían dado cuarto. She was in the intensive care, like in the ICU.
ICU, yeah. I think during the whole time I was at the hospital, I was under ICU.
So yeah, we could like go see her and stuff. And then yeah, we got there, and then íbamos todos con las flores, and they're like no, and then they're like only 3 people can go at a time. So we were like, oh my god, so vamos nosotros. So then yeah, it didn't like actually hit us
until we saw her.
And it was like her legs were like this, and then fierros, and like.
And I'm pretty sure I was already like more bruised up. Like my eyes were
her face was like bruises everywhere, blood. You still had blood, remember?
Yeah, you had dirt on your hair.
Yeah, I had dirt everywhere. Yeah.
And then, ¿cómo se llama the thing that they put on your hair when you break it? Cast.
A cast.
She had casts on both feet.
Yeah, both legs.
On both legs. So like, imagine just looking at her like that. We were like, holy shit, like.
And I was under oxygen.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, holy shit, like what the fuck. And then yeah, we saw her, and then we were there, and then we had to take turns.
So in the morning we saw her for a little bit, and then like around 12, they're like, oh, she has to go into surgery.
It was like her first surgery, and they were like, it's gonna take a while. They wouldn't tell us exactly how long, remember?
Yeah.
They were like, just like it's gonna take. And then after you go to the surgery, that's when we saw her, no?
Oh no.
Well, not like you could see me during surgery.
Well, duh. And then I think visit hours ended like at 9 or something, no?
Yeah.
That's when
For you guys, it never ended because
we would go like at 8 and then stay until.
yeah, when a couple days, like at least a week, they would be there. They would get there so late, and I would be mad.
Oh yeah.
Because I would be like on medication and all that stuff, and I would get super sleepy. And they would be there all late playing freaking Uno, or what do you guys say?
Uno.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, dude, I'm trying to sleep. Can y'all leave?
We would like be talking to her, and then she'd be like talking to you, and then she'd fall asleep, and then we'd be like, we'd just like shut up so she could sleep. Like we'd be in the middle of a conversation, and then she'd fall asleep.
And then towards the end, like it was still the only 3 people allowed in the room, but they didn't even care. They would hide in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, when you were already in the other room after your surgeries.
No,
but
but
remember to another room, and then
the lonely room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a weird home.
And then it was still like 3 people only, and then her and I got there, and like the other guys' friends were in there, and like they hid because we were trying to get in, and every time like, the nurses would come in, the guys, they would go in the bathroom. Remember, you even went in the bathroom?
Yeah, you went in the bathroom. I remember that
one time I was being hot as fuck.
Oh yeah.
They would have to go shut them up.
I don't know if you were there. I think it was P. I don't know. So. It was me, P, and Hara. I don't know. I think we were playing Uno, and I was being hella loud. And then the guy next door, he told the nurse to tell me to shut up, but I was being loud. They were like, "There's the other patient. Come on, remember?"
I remember.
They I don't know, but anyways, they told me to shut up because I was being really loud, and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel bad, pobrecito."
Dude, tell them about the freaking Chick-fil-A. Oh my god! I was still at the hospital about to get up and fight her.
No, so she had been. We would like when we would go and we hadn't like eaten yet. We'd be like, "Hey, do you want food?" Or like,
and keep this in mind, like I wouldn't eat at the hospital. I wouldn't eat, and for a couple of days, they would give me like the little shakes thing that are so. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't eat the gelatina. Yeah, I would just drink the little jugos y eso de vez en cuando. But that day I was craving Chick-fil-A, like the
wings. I mean the wings. The chicken fingers.
Yeah, the chicken tenders. Yeah. So and they were gonna go, and I was like, hey, like, can you guys stop and get me some? Like, please. I was actually being nice.
Shut the fuck up. And then we're like, yeah. So that day it was raining so ugly. What?
We're over here done with our spice, and you're like halfway.
Bitch, I'm like, you didn't fucking talk to me.
It's alright, my friend.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, I'm mad at you right now.
Why?
Talk, you finish.
After the story. So it was raining really ugly. Like ugly, like se estaban uniendo las calles type of ugly and really hard.
And then she said,
and then you know when it's shut the fuck up. And then you know when it's like raining so ugly, like you don't even see the cars, like you only see the lights. And
it was raining hard.
That's how it was raining. It was really ugly. So anyways, we're on our way to the hospital, whatever. I get her fucking chicken tenders, whatever,
with no sauce.
And then we get there, and then the parking was always freaking packed.
Oh
like,
yeah,
always. Like the parking lot was always full, so we would always have to park donde encontráramos, but it was usually always far because we would go late. So then we parked far, and then it was raining. Like we waited a little, a ver si se pasaba, and no, it just kept raining, and we're like, fuck, well, we're just gonna have to run. And then I was like, oh my god, like,
keep in mind, like how she said, she doesn't run.
Shut the fuck up. I had my jacket and I put on my hoodie and everything, and then we were like, okay, well, we're gonna have to run it. And I was like, okay, my friends didn't even help me take the food. I had the fucking, I still got her, I got your lemonade, huh? Yeah. So I had the drink like in my hand. And then I had the bag, like the Chick-fil-A, like obviously you know how it's a paper bag. I had the bag, and then I had it like hugging with one hand, and then I had the drink in the other. So then I'm like over here running, and I'm not even checking if cars are coming. I'm just fucking running. And since it was raining, the bag got wet. Did I fall? I don't know. No, I didn't fall.
Yeah, I saw you from the hospital room.
Yeah, from your fucking window. So then, remember we saw the chicken tenders from your window?
Fuck you.
And then, so the bag got wet. So then it like ripped de abajo. And then the fucking, well, the chicken tenders, the little box was abajo, so it fell out. And then they started rolling. And they started the little chicken
when
tenders.
they got to the room.
And I walked in and I was like, oh my god.
You didn't even know?
Yeah, no, yeah, but when they ripped, I was like, oh my god. I wasn't gonna fucking grab them and like
obviously
clean them. So I was like, oh my god, I just stared at them and then I just started walking. I didn't even run anymore.
So then they get to the room and they give me fries. I was craving them chicken fingers so much.
Did you ever get them?
No. And they're like, we'll go downstairs to the cafeteria, we'll get you some blah blah. And I was like, no, like it's fine.
Oh yeah, because they had food there too.
I'm already mad and I wanted my Chick-fil-A tender, so just leave it. And they're like, well, we got your fries. And I was like, at least like fries, you know?
You know what's the funniest shit? When you were leaving back to the car, we passed by there and they were still there all machucados because the car had gone through them.
And then, so they give me the fries and I'm like, did you guys at least bring me sauce? No, nothing.
Yeah, and she was all mad.
I sound like a bitch, huh? No, but I'm like thankful and grateful that they
shut the fuck up.
I am, even though they give me the wrong flavored ice cream. They don't take my chicken. It's like, no, but yeah. Half of the time I didn't know what was going on, so if I did or said anything mean, it wasn't me.
She doesn't recall.
Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the little story time, which is probably gonna be long, huh? Since my friend talked.
And we called it too. I was like,
And she talks a lot, but
I do talk a lot.
it's okay. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys can subscribe down below. I'll leave their Instagrams either in the beginning or somewhere around here. I'll link them down below too, so you guys can go follow them and tell them how they didn't take my chicken tenders.
I wasn't there.
How about
It was all her.
Alright guys, bye.